After an incredible sophomore season from Luka Doncic in Dallas, the Mavs are starting to look like a solid team again. But will they be able to compete for a championship in 2021? Let's talk about that. Before we get this video started, I just want to say, as always, if you like this video, leave a like, and if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. And let's get right into it. Throughout the 2000s and 2010s, the Mavericks consistently made the playoffs. But after their 2011 championship, Dirk started to age and the team quickly fell out of relevance until their eventual low point in the 2018 season, winning only 24 games. With that terrible season, they secured the 5th overall pick and drafted Trae Young before trading up for Luka Doncic. Doncic would go on to have one of the best rookie seasons ever, averaging 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Already as a rookie, his professional experience separated him over his peers from the 2018 draft by a lot. While the team had another bad year finishing with 33 wins, Doncic was looking like a star already at 19 years old. That offseason, the Mavs added Kristaps Porzingis, and Doncic improved more than anybody expected. Averaging 29, 9, and 9, he led the Mavs to the 7th seed in the competitive West, making the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Although they lost on the first round to the Clippers, Doncic was incredible in his short playoff run, scoring 42 points and hitting a game winner in his first playoff game ever. Luka has shown incredible potential to be great, and near the end of the season, Porzingis was starting to play like his old self again. I think next season, Luka Doncic will be one of the top MVP candidates. If the team is a top 3 seed in the West, which I think is possible, he will have a better shot than almost anybody else next season. We know he can put up the stats and he'll only be better next season. The only thing holding him back from winning MVP would be team success, which I do believe with some off-season additions and Kristaps back in full form will come. Even just playing at the rate he was most of last season on a top 3 seed would win him MVP, but considering he's only 21 years old, and after what we saw from him in the bubble, he's likely going to get even better. I don't see his stats changing much from next season, but I think he'll be able to do better on efficiency. Last season, he shot 42% from the field and 31 from 3, mostly due to the amount of contested stepbacks he was taking. With a better team and just natural growth as a player, he'll be taking less contested stepbacks and be making more when he does take them. I can see him shooting around 36% from 3, which isn't great, but you can't expect much better from the volume of 3s that he's taking. Doncic is the best player we've seen at his age, and if he does win next season, he'll be the youngest MVP ever. Whether or not Luka actually wins MVP next season, he will be dominant, and with Seth Curry proving himself as an elite sharpshooter, and Kristaps starting to look fully recovered, the one thing that the Mavs would need to take a next step forward would be a legitimate center. Sure, Kristaps can play the center with his height, but because of his playstyle, I still see him as a power forward. That's his natural preferred position, so being able to play him at power forward would be important. A perfect new center for this team would be Serge Ibaka. Ibaka is a great defender and a solid 3-point shooter. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to be a good contributor, and while he isn't one of the best centers in the league, he's an above-average center that would really help out the Mavs. He's good enough to keep up with the best centers defensively and give good contributions on both ends. Last season, Ibaka averaged 16 points on 38% from 3. If the Mavs can manage to sign him in free agency or negotiate a sign-and trade with Toronto, that would be crucial to the success of the team. They just don't have depth at the center position, even if Kristaps is playing the 5. If their current players improve and they add Ibaka, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Mavs getting the 3rd seed behind the Lakers and Nuggets, who I have as my 1 and 2 next season. They don't have the best chances at a championship next year, but having a solid chance already when Luka's only 21 is impressive. Mark Cuban and the Mavs management know what they're doing, and I can't see them messing up their chance to win with Luka. They'll try their hardest to make Luka the new Dirk, and consistently build good teams around him. The only difference between Luka and Dirk besides playstyle and position is that Dirk was one of the best big men in the league for a while, and Luka has potential to be the best player, period. I trust the Mavs management will make the right decisions this offseason and for years to come. With the West being very competitive next season, only the most elite of teams will have a chance to compete. I think Dallas can already compete, even though Luka likely won't reach his full potential for another 4 or 5 years. He already has a good shot at MVP, and with just a few minor changes, the Mavs could be legitimate contenders. How good do you think the Mavs will be next season? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you like this video, leave a like. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.